what they can come up with, guys, as we do see... 2 seconds, 2 seconds. As we do see a Windrunner as well as VS farming away at top. They're going to have Shadow Demon joining them, and Slana alone at bottom has his Blink Dagger now, so he needs to be careful he doesn't get caught up by Invoker, especially that Tornado EMP combo, which could absolutely destroy his mana pool. He won't have mana for Blink, he won't have mana for Sprint. It drains up to 400 mana, so it is very scary to go up against, and we will see a T1 Tower Mineski getting themselves back into this game by sheer towers. And we do see Windrunner up to level 12, has a 4-star, has a Staff of Wizardry. I believe we'll be going for a Necrobook. I think it's going to be... It's been the sort of popular item of the day, is these Necrobooks. These teams have been constantly buying Necrobooks today, because they have been slightly buffed in this new version. And we will have another save, thanks to the viewer, Boy Taboy, who reminded me to save. Big shout out to you, man. And shout out to Fafors for reminding me as well. Yeah, guys, we will keep saving the game. Got to keep remembering, keep reminding me. I do peek on over at the chat every now and then, and we will see a ward being put down by Woots. It is just a Sentry ward. Maybe checking to see if there's any Observer ward here. They use those Shadow Demon poisons to scout, but nothing is spotted. And MiTH.Trust have a lot of heroes gathered in this top lane. It's going to be Windrunner. Oh, no Cold Snap, no Tornado. Gets away. And the rest of the Mineski team going to say, oop, there's a lot there, let's get the hell out. And it's going to be bottom lane where Jules is continuing to free farm. Jules is about to hit 100 CS. Huge amount of farm on him. Looking at the scoreboard at the moment, 106 CS on Windrunner. So this Windrunner, who has 7 deaths, has a huge amount of farm. But the 7 deaths obviously going to slow down this farm a bit. We see 101 CS on Slaughter, and we see 74 CS on the Sand King. So huge amount of CS all over for Mineski. At this point in the game, they are looking fairly farm. Sand King, Epicenter, Blink, Beastmaster goes down almost instantly. Invoker going to try and get away. Has popped the Ghost Walk. Oh, not going to actually latch onto the stuns. They've run out of Sentry Wards by the looks of it. No, he walks back into the Sentry Ward. Little does he know he could have actually escaped there, but he walked back into the Sentry Ward, and Mineski pick up a couple of kills as they are staying in this game. And wow, this is just getting tighter and tighter as Mineski are almost evening this up, as a save is actually popped just 2 minutes after my last save. But hopefully there wouldn't be any problems within that 2 minutes. Anyways, Mineski now trying to press their advantage at top lane. They've got both Slaughter, VS, and Shadow Demon there, but meanwhile, it's actually mid lane where Windrunner, Jay is redeeming himself for his earlier feed, is picking up a kill, and top lane Venomancer gets dived. This is the Mineski aggression. They just dive for heroes. It's gank, 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 dive, 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 pick up those kills, and then after you get the kills, they'll say, okay, let's push now. We just got a couple of kills. There's 3 Scourge heroes dead. It's now 17 to 17, and hey, we're in a position where we can push a tower, but their play never revolves around pushing. It's always around ganking. And we do see that here as the top T2 tower goes down. Invoker is coming in. There's a Tornado. It doesn't actually hit because Slana blinks forward and the Necrobook is down. We're going to see this VS probably go down. Need a couple more hits. He swaps his way out. Great play from Woots. He's going to remain alive. Stun on the Beastmaster. Beastmaster still trying to chase. Needs to hit these axes. Can the VS dodge them? It looks like he will. No, he won't. They barely hit it. On the side, Shadow Demon going to come in, going to look for this kill maybe as stun goes down. Beastmaster will fall very, very quickly, and Shadow Demon going to back off here as Silverbear has come in as well. Silverbear now with a relic, and that's going to be MiTH.Trust late game plan as Mineski is starting to claw their way back into this game. MiTH.Trust going to say, I don't think so. We have a Radiance on Silverbear soon, but Sand King going to say otherwise. He gets off a big Epicenter, takes down the Crystal Maiden, and Sand King going to be looking for more as well as this Shadow Demon, but Sada is just so low, doesn't have mana, does have mana now. The mana boots helping out as we see Slaughter going to maybe look to go back in, earn on the Shadow Demon. We can see Slaughter get earned up in a second, and he's going to be back ready to fight very, very soon. And Mineski are looking good. The only worry is going to be this Radiance on Silverbear, which is up in about 400 gold, and that's what MiTH.Trust are going to be relying on. They are starting to see this game slip away. Once they get that Radiance, they will be strong, and it's going to be up to Mineski to survive the initial onslaught. Once Silver gets Radiance, he's going to be very, very strong for that sort of short amount of time. We do have another save just 2 minutes after the last save, guys. We are just that intent on saving every kill or two we want to save. As Lakells buys some smoke of his own, does have the Necrobook 1 only at this point in the game. And we do see Silverbear doing some ancienting of his own, desperate to farm up that Radiance, getting closer and closer. But what he does have to worry about is Vengeful Spirit. Oh, gets a howl. Actually, maybe almost spots him out, but we'll just back off. Vengeful Spirit only with a level 1 swap is only level 10. Windrunner Illusion at mid. Real Windrunner over here, I believe going for Necrobook is what I said earlier. Necrobook, 2 Necrobook recipes, so interestingly enough, we'll go straight Necrobook 3, not even going to try carry around a Necrobook 1 or 2. And we will see a smoke headed towards top, but I think Windrunner will back off, but maybe not. Windrunner, you got to be crazy. Why are you not backing off? There's the tornado. We will see Windrunner go down. No way you can survive this onslaught here, and Windrunner does go down. Arbor, the Invoker, getting the last hit for that. Arbor now with a Silent Stick as well. So MiTH.Trust is still farming up their items. They've got Silent Stick and 4-stuff on Invoker. Silver going to have that Radiance now. We've got Arcane Boots on Venomancer. Maybe going to see a mech. I believe we'll see something like a mech on Venomancer next. Beastmaster going for that Necrobook. Has Necrobook 1? Is he got close to that Necrobook 2? Surely he is. No, it doesn't look like he is. But it is getting a bit of a worry as Mineski getting more and more farm themselves as we see Jules with Blink, Vanguard, and Treads. Shadow Demon has actually picked up a gem and is going for a Necrobook of his own, but he's going to be using that gem to make sure Invoker does not use that Ghost Walk to escape certain death, and also to de-ward so they can get more and more map control. And it's going to be interesting to see just how much that gem will help out. Need to make sure not to give that gem up to the other team, because otherwise Sandking then finds himself in a hard position where the other team has a free gem, but Sandking has actually finished an Ag Scepter, so Mineski getting really, really farmed here, but at the same time, this game's still even. 19 kills each, 120 CS on Invoker, 90 CS on Beastmaster, 78 on Silverbear. On the Sentinel team, we've got 142 on Windrunner, but Windrunner with 8 deaths, you have to remember, so that's not really 140 CS in terms of actual farm, 130 CS almost on Slaughter, and 90 on Sandking. So, in terms of actual farm here and kills, I'd say this game is very, very even. Mineski with a slight tower advantage. They have taken 5 of these 6 added towers, whereas MiTH.Trust only 2 added towers, and that's going to give Mineski a bit of a gold advantage here. But if MiTH.Trust can take Roshan here, they're going to be in a great position here, as they have fully de-warded it. They've got the Venomancer vision up, they've got Sentry Wards around them, and we do see them get scouted, though the Vengeful Spirit Howl. Mineski are going to have to make a play for this. They've got the level 11 VS. They could use that swap. Sandking with the Ags. Ultimate, is he going to go in? It doesn't look like he will. Invoker is going to stay outside, and the Roshan will go down as Vengeful Spirit not going to be there in time. Roshan goes to the Scourge. Silverbear picking it up, and this Silverbear now with Radiance is going to be very, very scary to go up against. Radiance and Aegis. 1,500 gold. We're going to see him pick up that next item fairly soon, depending on what he thinks is best given the situation. Possibly going for an Assault Cuirass, or maybe just looking to tank up. If he can tank up, keep himself alive so that the Spirit Bear can do maximum damage with that Radiance, it is always ideal. So he could even go for something like a Pipe, or even a Vanguard, but Pipe against this Sandking could be very, very useful. Top lane, Invoker is at 1k gold again. Beastmaster has enough gold for his Necro 2 in a second, so we will see Necrobook 2 up on him. And this game is getting tighter and tighter by the minute, as we will have another save. Shout out to everyone on the stream who is still tuning in, who has been tuned in all day long. This is Mineski versus MiTH.Trust in the winner bracket finals. And this is going to be, whoever wins this game goes on to the grand finals to meet whoever makes it through the loser bracket. The loser bracket consists of Stars, Boba, Neolution Esports, and the loser of this match. It's been a 4-team playoffs after the group stage. All these teams made it through, proved themselves to be the 4 best teams among their, well, the best team among their groups between the 4 groups of 4 teams. So there's 16 Southeast Asian teams, and these 2 teams are going to be one of the top 3 teams placing in this tournament. And whoever wins this match is guaranteed to be top 2 as Slaughter blinks in, finds the Syllabear. Amp damage goes down. Slaughter pops a BKB just in time because the Tornado Amp was coming in. Shadow Demon gets off a Purge, and Slaughter taking a lot of right-click damage. Needs to be careful, needs to back off. Sanking, huge ultimate, takes out 2. The Shadow Demon picks up the kill, though. Lakells goes down very, very quickly. CM goes down to the Windrunner right-click. Windrunner getting so far. Vengeful Spirit, great swap, keeps the Windrunner alive. Windrunner with that Necro Book 3 up, sends it out now, and Syllabear has died once, only has the 1 life left, as we do see the Shadow Demon finally goes down, as so far 2 for 2, now 3 for 2, but the Aegis has gone down as well, but the MiTH.Trust look to be coming out on top, as Windrunner in a bit of trouble here, needs to force stuff away, but gets hit by the Venomous Gale, and Windrunner will go down here as 4 deaths per Sentinel team. Mineski in a bit of trouble, as they do find Sanking getting chased as well, as it doesn't look like Sanking will go down. He has got the blink as well as that Burrow Strike to help him escape, but a huge Sanking ultimate. But the problem was Syllabear had Aegis. If Syllabear didn't have Aegis, that fight could have gone completely differently, but it's not the case, and we do see a plate mail up on Syllabear. We will have another save. Yes, it is only 1.5 minutes after my last save, guys, but that was a big, big team fight. Mineski, I don't think they're not going to be happy with that fight, but they're not going to say, okay, it's not over, because right now, they lost that fight because of Aegis. Their Sanking has just hit level 16, has an Ag Scepter. That's a huge amount of damage coming from a Sanking ultimate in the next team fight. Shadow Demon's having a big impact on these fights, and same goes for Slaughter, who has that BKB. Slaughter actually got himself into a poor positioning there, so if it wasn't for Slaughter's sort of being a bit too eager there and getting himself caught in a bad position when his team couldn't back him up right away, that fight could have gone very, very differently. We will see Beastmaster picking up that Necrobook 2, probably going to get that Necrobook 3 up shortly, as he is sitting on 300 gold, needs about 900 more gold for it, and meanwhile, the Scourge team, MiTH.Trust, are looking to go on the aggressive. We see an Ogreax being picked up by Invoker. Looks like he's saying, I want to go BKB. This Sanking ultimate is doing too much damage. And I'm surprised they haven't gone for a pipe. Maybe Venomance will be the one going for a pipe. Woot. Uh-oh. Here comes the DC. Luckily, we just saved. Not actually going to be any problem at all. It looks like he is still in the game just fine, as we have just saved, so it should be all good. Invoker, MiTH.Trust, getting more and more farm, just doing some team farming. I think they're scared that Mineski could smoke gank, so they want to stick together, even when they're just farming neutrals. And we will see Venomancer doing some warding of his own. Venomancer going for a Necrobook. Necrobook is just the most popular item nowadays. I don't know what it is, but something about this Necrobook, team's saying, let's get it. It is just too strong not to get. And Slaughter will pop the sprint even. He's going to go looking. I don't think he's actually going to find anyone. The only thing they might find is this Spirit Prayer. And they could decide to kill it, but I don't think that's what they want to go for. They want to get a hero kill. The hero kill they will find not. As right now, we do see Invoker, CM, Beastmaster, Syllabear just sitting on their tower. They know something is up. This lane at mid is pushing, not being defended. This lane is pushing, not being defended. This lane is not being defended. None of these lanes are being defended. The only answer is that Mineski are smoked somewhere looking for a gank. So MiTH.Trust saying, we're not having any of that. We are going to sit in base. Where is this Shadow Demon? Has he got that? He could be going for a 4-staff, guys. I believe. I mean, just judging from the last sort of few games, Necrobook has just been so popular, but definitely 4-staff is still a possibility. Vengeful Spirit looks to be going for a Sange, which means could be turning that Sange into a Heaven's Halberd, the new item which has a disarm feature. You can basically target it on something and then they can't attack. It doesn't stun them, it doesn't disable them, it just stops them from attacking. Similar to the Invoker Deathling Blast. So he could use that on the Spirit Bear possibly. I mean, it doesn't do a massive amount of damage, but it's more about the AoE radiance damage. He could use that even on the Invoker, and it could help because Invoker does 200 damage a hit. That hurts. That hurts a lot. And we will see Sanking, Vengeful Spirit, and Windrunner. Windrunner finding a DD rune at top. And blink in from Slaughter. He pops a BKB as well, but he immediately gets out because he His team are not anywhere near him, so Jules needs to be careful. That was not the kind of play you want coming out from Jules. He does play it safe and uses BKB to escape, but he shouldn't have been blinking in and using up a BKB charge to begin with, because now that BKB getting down to 8 seconds as this game is reaching a bit of a stalemate. Neither team wanting to fight. Both teams playing so safe. We're going to see maybe MiTH.Trust waiting for Roshan to come back so they can get that Aegis back on the Syllabear. As we do see, where is your Spirit Bear? Where is it at? Is it maybe... Often you see Syllabear sending that Spirit Bear to push these side lanes. It's actually there. There we go. It's at bottom. It's almost finished an Assault Crest, in fact. And he's got Hyperstone and Plate Mail. And we do see BKB being built on Invoker. Just needs the Mithril Hammer, so 1k away from that BKB. And here we go. Mineski are looking for a fight. They're going to have Windrunner at bottom. The Spirit Bear is just sitting in this jungle, but there's actually no one to be found there. And here we go. They're coming up the ramp. Vengeful Spirit's going to be the first one to spot them. Needs to be careful. Is going to get spotted immediately. Is there going to be a roar? No, there's not. There's going to be a cold snap. VS should go down here. Stanking. Huge ultimate and swap out. Great swap going by Woot and a huge Stanking ultimate doing so much damage. Syllabear only has 1 life. They may decide to target him down, but Stanking goes down so quickly. The mana burn, the necro books are everywhere. There we go. There's the focus. Syllabear goes down. Invoker's the next to go down. Mineski gets the fight of a lifetime as Stanking buys back. Stanking hasn't actually done anything since buying back, but his team meanwhile have absolutely team-wiped MiTH.Trust. 5 heroes go down, and all these that remains is the necro books of MiTH.Trust, which do get right-clicked down, and Mineski with a huge fight, and we are going to have a quick save after that as Mineski are looking very good now. That is the fight they wanted. They need to find those fights where there is no... where they don't actually have Aegis on Spirit Bear. When they get the Aegis on Syllabear, then it gets so hard to fight. And Mineski are fighting. That they are. Basyan indeed, guys. Basyan indeed. Pardon my horrible Filipino pronunciation, as we do get into a Tier 3 tower push coming out from Mineski. This is going to be dangerous. MiTH.Trust, I mean, they've still got 4 dead. This is not looking good for them, as this Tier 3 tower and possibly the Rax is going to come under fire very soon. The Tier 3 tower will almost definitely go down, and Rax, I think, is going to fall. They're going to lose this mid-Rax here. And Sanking Ultimate is probably back up. This Sanking Ultimate's up in 3 seconds, and oh my gosh. With Sanking Ultimate back up, Mineski can just fight again. They can pick another fight if they want to. I believe they're just going to back off, maybe defend both bottom and top. But right now, the Syllabear pick, a hero we haven't seen used much in this tournament so far, is not paying off for MiTH.Trust. And so far, so good for Mineski, as they do find themselves... Ooh, needs to be careful. Oh, the Tornado actually finds Slada. Can they follow this up? I don't think they will. He does have the Blink Dagger. He's got the Sprint as well. And he is going to back off as quickly as possible as Windrunner turns around. Sandking Ultimate once again. Sandking. This is where MiTH.Trust need a pipe. They lose 1. They're going to lose 2 as CM as well as Beastmaster go down very quickly. Windrunner on the chase. VS going to get a swap. Venomancer gets caught. And Mineski. Aggression. Great play by Sanking. Owa is playing so well now. Redeeming himself. Same goes for Jay. Had a terrible early game, getting quick 8-9 deaths. And now we are in a position where... I mean, I don't know what to say. It's Mineski have just absolutely dominated these last few teamfights just because of the Sanking Ultimate. MiTH.Trust, they didn't go for a pipe. I think Syllabear should have gone for a pipe. Instead of this Assault Crest, pipe would have been much more useful, given him a lot more survivability and his entire team more survivability. And at the same time, they needed that BKB up on Invoker. Invoker was so close to BKB, got about 800 away from it, but now... is just nowhere near that BKB, and we will see top racks falling as well as Mineski out 4 racks. Slada wants to go. This is Mineski. They don't care about pushing. They just rather gank and dive heroes as they do. Pick off the Invoker. CM going to go down as well. GG is called from Arba. Invoker, hats off to Arba. He played so well. He absolutely dominated Windrunner at top lane, but it wasn't enough as Mineski going to go through. And oh my gosh, what a game, guys. Mineski versus MiTH.Trust. These guys, every time they go up against each other, it just seems to produce something special. And Mineski proving why they are one of the best Dota 1 teams in the world at the moment. And they didn't finish 3rd place at SMM for nothing, falling only to Nirvana CN and IG. They actually lost to IG 2 times, I believe, in that tournament. As this is just... some impressive play coming out of Mineski, and they're going to be awaiting the Grand Finals matchup where they will go up against whoever makes it through the loser bracket, which will be, firstly, we've got Stars Boba versus Neolution Esports, which I believe has already been played. It could have been finished. I've been in this game, so I don't know what's happened there. Then MiTH.Trust will verse the winner of Neolution and Stars Boba in a what could be a rematch of the MiTH.Trust versus Stars Boba winner bracket semi-finals, and another huge fight coming out from Jay and Sanking, and GG. There we have it. Mineski go on through.